A systematic geopolitical threat is currently unfolding at the world's most critical maritime choke point. While retail investors panic over short-term volatility, institutional desks are preparing for a massive structural shift. The potential closure of the Strait of Hormuz could trigger a severe global energy supply shock. This raises a critical question for long-term capital allocators. Will this macro threat trigger a deep correction in the Indian equity index? To understand the true impact, we must analyze the structural changes beneath the surface. That brings us directly to India's structural macroeconomic shield. Unlike previous global shocks, the Indian domestic market has built a robust structural cushion. Domestic consumption now drives a larger share of economic output than global trade. Services exports continue to hit record highs, offsetting a portion of the merchandise trade deficit. This structural shift provides a strong buffer against external shocks. But that is only part of the story when analyzing systemic risk. We need to evaluate how this energy vulnerability affects specific industrial sectors. Here is where the country's strategic all-sourcing strategy becomes highly relevant. Major national refiners like Indian Oil Corporation have significantly diversified their import baskets. Over the past 2 years, discounted crude imports have fundamentally altered the sector's cost dynamics. This supply diversification mitigates immediate supply chain disruptions from the Middle East. The country also maintains substantial strategic petroleum reserves to handle short-term maritime blockades. However, prolonged disruptions will inevitably test these supply cushions. That leads us directly to the corporate earnings performance of these major enterprises. Now let us look at the underlying financial realities in the corporate sector. Aggregate earnings growth for the major enterprises has shown substantial resilience. Operating margins across consumer and technology firms have stabilized due to lower domestic commodity prices. However, a sudden spike in crude oil changes this financial baseline entirely. Higher energy costs quickly compress operating margins across high-volume manufacturing sectors. This is why institutional analysts are closely monitoring these quarterly numbers for signs of margin pressure. To see this impact clearly, we must examine the dominant players in energy refining. This brings our focus to major refining giants like Reliance Industries and Bharat Petroleum. These corporations operate with complex global refining margins that are highly sensitive to crude price volatility. A sudden increase in global benchmark prices can squeeze marketing margins on domestic fuel sales. While refining margins might expand temporarily, retail pricing caps limit overall profitability. In past cycles, this margin compression has caused sharp near-term valuation adjustments. Understanding how management plans to navigate this margin pressure is essential for assessing future performance. This brings us to the strategic actions being taken by senior corporate leadership. Management commentary from top executives reveals a highly defensive operational stance. Leaders at major logistics and manufacturing companies are actively hedging their raw material requirements. They are locking in energy costs through long-term supply agreements to avoid spot market volatility. Corporate treasury offices are also managing currency risks as global volatility puts pressure on the rupee. This disciplined risk management helps insulate corporate balance sheets from abrupt price shocks. But this defensive positioning is only one part of the corporate response. The next critical signal comes from management's capital allocation and expansion plans. Here is where corporate spending decisions show real long-term resilience. Despite rising global tensions, giants like Reliance Industries continue with their strategic capital expenditures. They are shifting capital toward green energy assets and domestic digital infrastructure. Major banks reporting their financial metrics confirm that corporate credit demand remains exceptionally strong. Management teams are prioritizing long-term structural expansion over short-term geopolitical volatility. This long-term focus suggests that corporate India is not entering a defensive shell just yet. This leads us to a broader question about the global supply chain dynamics. Let's analyze the exact strategic importance of the Strait of Hormuz. Approximately one-fifth of the world's total liquid petroleum passes through this narrow waterway. If this shipping corridor is closed, global crude prices will react instantly with significant upward volatility. This scenario would drive up maritime shipping rates and disrupt global trade routes. For an economy that imports a vast majority of its crude, the macro consequences are substantial. This geopolitical friction acts as a systemic headwind that directly impacts domestic inflation rates. Now look at how global portfolio managers are reacting to this developing situation. This is where we see a fascinating structural divergence in capital flows. Global institutional investors are reducing risk exposure in emerging markets, leading to some capital outflows. This foreign institutional selling pressure typically creates near-term technical weakness in the major indices. However, domestic institutional liquidity has evolved into a formidable counterbalancing force. Regular domestic retail inflows through systemic investment plans provide continuous buying support. This domestic liquidity cushion prevents cascading sell-offs and stabilizes valuation levels during global panics. That brings us to a closer analysis of the underlying systemic risks. The primary near-term risk is imported cost inflation. A persistent increase in oil prices raises logistics costs across the entire domestic supply chain. This raw material inflation quickly pressures corporate margins in sensitive sectors like paint, chemicals, and aviation. If companies pass these higher costs to consumers, it can trigger broader interest rate pressures. Central banks may then delay expected rate cuts to preserve price stability. This higher-for-longer interest rate environment acts as a drag on equity market valuations. Beyond margin compression, we must look at how this impacts the banking system. This pressure brings us to major lenders like the State Bank of India. The banking sector faces indirect pressure when trade finance costs rise and asset quality is tested. Volatile global trade environments can impact the working capital requirements of major corporate borrowers. While credit demand remains strong, bank treasury departments must manage yields carefully in volatile bond markets. Rising bond yields can lead to treasury book mark-to-market losses for large public sector lenders. This treasury volatility represents a key near-term headwind for financial stocks during geopolitical crises. That brings us to the forward-looking valuation reassessment. This brings us to the long-term structural outlook for the broader index. The market is currently undergoing a vital valuation reassessment. While headline multiples remain elevated relative to history, corporate return profiles are exceptionally healthy. The index has shown remarkable relative strength compared to other major emerging market economies. Institutional capital is treating near-term corrections as opportunities to accumulate high-quality, insulated domestic businesses. This ongoing capital rotation suggests that a deep structural crash remains highly unlikely. That leads us to our final tactical assessment and strategic portfolio steps. In summary, we are placing energy and logistics sectors on a breakout watch as supply risks peak. Conversely, high multiple sectors with significant raw material oil sensitivity represent a clear trim consideration. Understanding these structural macro dynamics is what separates sophisticated investors from the crowd. For regular institutional grade market intelligence, make sure to subscribe to SR Money News IN and hit the notification bell. We want to hear from you. How are you positioning your portfolio to navigate these geopolitical threats? Share your thoughts below, and we will see you in the next analysis.